with everything inspected where we want it to be, we got to take it apart one more time because now we're at the final stage.
It is a dial with an SUV going downhill. That is your downhill assist.
Alrighty, what I did, and I snapped the cover back on, and it was just a super easy snap. Just these two right here, just pop them in place, and it comes right back on. That part's done for the moment anyways. We still have to wire this, which we're gonna go back in here later. But for right now, we're gonna take advantage of, oh, and I forgot my cables. Let's go ahead and disconnect these top ones here. This is the positive and negative. Oh my goodness, did I grab the wrong one? Oh no. No. We can get that undone. Okay. Okay, so those loose for the moment. Let me go and grab those cables, and we can at least start to connect them to where they need to go. And you know what, before I do that, I am going to go ahead and pull all these fuses for the fact that, you know, one, I don't want any current to short out anything, and I may have to replace the fuses anyways with the appropriate amperage. I'll get a puller for that. Yeah, let me get a puller. As a matter of fact, Jeep should have provided me with one inside the panel. Yes, they did. Look at that. Is that not a beautiful thing? That's one. Right on. All right, all the fuses are pulled. I can close this and slide this feller back where I got it from, because it was very, very nice of Jeep to provide this. Back in there. Right on. Put these over here. We grab them cables. We're gonna at least route them a little bit here, and of course with the fuses pulled out, there's not gonna be any fear of short. Thank God, I thought I stripped it. Whew. Thank you Almighty. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Now, this positive is gonna go here. This negative is gonna go there. And we can go ahead and, you know, I could probably mount those now, forget about it. But I want to still have access to this door, so I'm not gonna do that just yet. I'm gonna just let it hang right there. It's not gonna touch anything, we're not gonna short out. Okay, so at this point right here, we can actually play with this lead. Now it is a 10-foot lead. We're gonna see how far we can take it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it. I could probably run it from the front right here, along the inside of the fender, along the firewall, towards the exposed area where the other harnesses are going through. I can run that now. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let me go ahead and run that now. Go ahead and grab that cable and we'll start running it. All right, and as I mentioned, that this is a 10-foot cable. Let's see how far we can get. I hope this is enough to run it through the firewall and up the side of the panel and up the A-pillar where I need it. Because if I need that extra 4-foot extension, I don't have it. I'm gonna have to order it. So this project I'll probably have to wait another day or so. But we're gonna keep on going. Okay, so now this the joining is very particular. Okay, so I'm going to show you right here on the smaller view that it is a 4-pin and it goes in a specific way, just like a USB drive, but it only fits one way. So if it doesn't connect, it's because you put it in wrong. Alrighty, so that is this. Okay, so one side has got the cover with the threads, the other side is already threaded, so we're just going to mate them. Make sure I'm not a dork about this. All right, and I hope that's it. Here's the fun part. Wire routing. Everybody loves wire routing. Alrighty, so from this point, we're going to keep on running wire, and this is just for right now. This doesn't necessarily go here. This is for this hose for the windshield washer squirters for the hood, but I just use it for right now. Yeah, this whole spaghetti junk right there, I'm going to pull all that out. Oh, that's going to get pulled out. Cut, cut, tie. Get my... Alrighty, so what I did is cutting off all of these zip ties right here and this is just holding on to all the old harness. This is all the stuff that's coming out. All this business we're gonna relieve. So I'm just making space right now for the new stuff. And honestly, I think these harnesses are just gonna make themselves into the garbage. I don't have a use for them, and I don't think anybody else would want to either. So yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of them. But for right now, let's keep on running this one. I want to make sure I got it under everything so I don't get hung up when I'm removing all the old stuff. Okay, so at this point right here, I'm ready to run this lead down the firewall to the access port inside the cab. But before we do that, we're gonna pull out all the old wires and the old rocker switches just to make all the space that we appropriately need. And of course, to get rid of all of this pasta junk. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna catch me a water. I'll see you in 1 second. Alrighty, so we find ourselves right now at the driver's side of Defiant. What we're going to do is we're going to take off this panel here. We're going to remove this panel. We're going to go up, we're going to remove this upper panel. Of course, we're going to take off this grab handle, and we may even have to remove the sun visor. So let's go ahead and get that part started. Now I'm going to use a plastic trim tool to go ahead and start my first removal. So, and I found previously when I made another video that it's a whole lot easier to push this out if you push the back in, and you can actually find yourself a nice wedge area right here. Get in there and pop this out. Now it is plastic, so you're not going to hurt anything, and it does have some clips on there, and that's it. She comes right out. Ooh, good lord, my Jeep is dusty. Alrighty, so that part's out, and we're going to use this as an access area. You see there's a wire right here. I've used this access before. The lead for the Auxbeam, I'm going to run through the firewall. I'm going to hide it under the dash. I'm going to run it right up here, right up into this pillar area, and this is where we need to be. So let me just continue to disassemble. See if I can keep that door open for you, because this thing is not on its best level ground. And I got me a number 2 Phillips right here for this bottom area. If I can get in that hole right. Me, like everybody else, I got a lot of accessories in the way. So if I can get in there. I think I got it. Not even close. That was just free spinning. See if I can put my finger in there to feel it. Oh, I'm actually on it. It's just free spinning. All right, and I believe it's plastic fastener anyways. We're gonna have to get out of there. So for right now, let's disassemble the other parts of this. We're gonna take out the top bolt. Make sure, yeah, it's going the correct way. Alright, that's one. I gotta remember that's a long bolt, because there's a long and a short for these. And normally when you get these, they don't come with instructions, so you gotta figure it out. You know, but it's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. Basic math. Oh, and there goes the short guy. Out. This guy comes out. Okay, even longer bolt, longer stud. But let's leave that more or less assembled together so I don't confuse myself later. Okay, so that part's out. Now, what's next? As I predicted, I am going to have to remove that business right there. Yeah, shucks. Let me go get a little torque spit. I don't remember what that is. It's probably a T10. I got 2 of them right up in here. They got to come out. Let me go grab that real quick, and then we'll keep on going. Alrighty, just because I'm not sure which one it is, I grabbed 2 of them. I grabbed a T10 and a T15 to see which one fits best. Let's try the T15 first. Oh, no, actually that's a bit loose. Shucks, maybe a T20 or a T25. I didn't think it was that big. All right, let me go grab 2 more. Alrighty, woo! That was a little bit of delay. All right, I grabbed 2 more torque spit screwdrivers, a T20 and a T25. Let's see which one fits best. Let's start with the T25. It either fits or it's too big. Yeah, feels a bit big. It won't even get on there. Let's try a T20. Oh, perfect fit. Okay, so your size is a T20. That's what I need to remember. That's one. Now we're gonna put these in the cup holder so I don't lose them, because Lord knows I'm gonna be all kinds of really upset if I lose these items. Tiny little screws that I don't have any access to right now. Meaning hardware store. Look at Okay, got my screw. Pop this fella out of here, and there she is, already undone. So we'll put that back on later. Now this is gonna be the fun part. Now these are all, gotta be careful with this one right here. This is the mic for your Bluetooth. Now how I'm gonna do this one is a little curious. Where is my pry tool? Here's my little plastic thing. Did I lose it already? Because I'm a dork? I probably did. Oops. Oh, only Jesus knows what I did with that. So this is good. The thing is, this plastic fastener in here, can't get it out. Not that one. Where's the other one? I bet you I was dingling and I took it inside. I'm looking at my chair. No, I'm not sitting on. Here it is on the floor. And I wonder what I did with that screw stick. I still have to go inside anyways. Let me take a look. All right, let's see how we're gonna play this. We got all of this stuff going on right here. Now I got this one plastic fastener. I don't have a means to take it out. What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and wedge this down here and pry outward as I spin it off, or try and spin it off, to see if that'll give me enough tension to release it. By Jove, I think I got it. Put the screw stick down. Okay, I don't know if you can see it right there, but it is a plastic screw with a spreader. And as I pushed it in, it just made itself loose, but it's all right. It's good enough for right now. Let's pop this guy off. Oop, and there it went. That's all right, at least it's not lost. And she is out. This is the aftermarket one that I showed you in a previous video from Rugged Ridge. It's just got one dowel guide, 2 metal clips, and it pops right on. And we're gonna take advantage of this right here because we're gonna use this surface to mount the Auxbeam. Okay, so we're gonna put this to a side for a second. Let's go ahead and remove those rockers while we're in here. Alrighty, so this is gonna be the fun part. I'm gonna grab my key. I'm gonna open the switch. I already got the parking brake on, and I'm just gonna pull my shifter back. Alrighty. Now, because of the whole jumble of, let me turn that down. Because of the whole jumble of cables and whatnot, this is already kind of popped out, and that's all right. You know what? I may need to, let me put that in neutral and get it in 4-wheel drive out of my way. All right. So now we got this whole mess right here. Why I can't pull it out? All right. So how am I gonna make this mess work for me? There we go. Come on, big fella. Wonderful. All right. This is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna pull them apart right here. I don't know how well you can see that, but these are all spade connectors. I'm just pulling them apart to free up the panel and rockers from the rest of the harness. And I'll show you that in a second if you can't see it. Oh, you're gonna be the stubborn one, aren't you? God bless you for your effort. Oh, you're really gonna play with me, huh? All right. Ooh, I got it. All right, so there she is. This is the Daystar rocker panel with rocker switches I got from Daystar and Mic Tuning, and I think I got that from Mic Tuning also. But all I did was disconnect all of these spades to free up the harness. So this is technically out. That's coming out, and I'm not going to use this anymore. And luckily, I want to say I was one of those forward-thinking guys, but I don't know how true that is. But I managed to save the factory panel that has a little bungee basket, so we're going to put that back in. What we are going to do is we're going to take these orange clips out of here, because they're originally from here anyways. This one originally has 4, right now it has 2, because I took the 2 from the ends and put it on this one. So let's go ahead and put them back where they belong. If I can get them out of here, shouldn't be too bad. I'm not a dork about it. It's probably gonna take a little bit more finesse than what I got or what I can offer. So we'll do that inside. It's a minimal thing. Let's go ahead and continue to pull wires. Actually, let me put that back there. At least I won't use up any of my resources with the key in there. Pull that out. Get the switch panel out of the way. I'm gonna throw it on the floor over here. All right, let's start a pulling. So now, this is 3. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm actually pulling these cables out of the way. As you can see, this is the end. Now what I did is I pulled them out from behind the center console, under the dash. I feel like I'm missing one, and I'll find it in a moment. I remember I had an issue with one, the brake cable. There you are, my little birdie. All right, so this is good. Now this is that entire wiring mess I had to pull out from under the dash. Doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot. All right, so let's go ahead, let's go back to the firewall. Let's pull the rest out. Alrighty, I'm sorry, alrighty. Now that we're back here at the outside of the Defiant, still on the driver's side. Now we're going to go ahead and pull out those cables. Now remember that this is the power lead for the Auxbeam. We're going to be careful about this one here. We're going to leave it where we want it. In fact, I'm going to hang it right here on the light for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in, and oh, it's not as far as I thought. This is this pasta mess right here. Keep that in mind. And that'd probably be easier if I pull one by one. I don't want to snag them. Ooh, I caught a snag already. Let's find out where it's hanging from. Let's go check. Okay. That may have been a pedal that I caught onto. Let's go ahead and keep on pulling. And let me see where it's catching again. All right, I think I got it. Nope, that would have been way too easy. Oh, I see you. I see you. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. I'm missing the parts. I bet you they're under there. All right, I got them. The parts that did not come through the firewall, they seem to have snapped off, are, am I holding this wrong? Here we go. The female connectors, I just dropped one. The female connectors to the cable actually have the 3 spades. The other ends are right here. As I pull them out, these are the male connectors, so we're good to go. Whew. Please disregard that noise. It's just a garbage truck. I picked a bad day to make this video. It is garbage day. But all right, we can go ahead and throw these to a side. Just clean up some of this mess from my fender. I know all this is garbage. Oh. Alrighty, so let's see what other direction we're going to here. That's hose, that's hose. This is wire, this is wire. Ooh, right on. This does look like a horrible, ugly mess. If you can see this, oh my God. All right. This is way too much harness for one vehicle. Okay, let's see where this lead is going. This is to the front light bar, the one on the bumper. So let's just call it the bumper light bar. That's this one. Okay, we got let's see how we're gonna. The thing is, I can't blame anybody. I made this mess myself. All right, let's go back to the other side. Okay, so let's see what I mean. Dust off my gloves a little bit. And oh, screw it, my shirt's already dusty. It's not dirty, oily, greasy, it's just dirty, dusty. It is what it is, right? Now, I need to see what kind of a mess I'm eating here, because I did this years ago. I can't remember how I wired it in. I really don't want to take this off, but I believe I may have to. Which is a torque screw there, torque screw there. Let me see, 2 torque screws on the other side. Gotta pop off the wiper blades. Yay, that's what I want to do. You know, knowing me, I bet you I zip tied them in there. All right. Let's find the right size for these, and I'll have to pull this cap off. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Have to pull these down. Get that out of the way. All right. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this plate off. Now, what we're gonna do at this point right here, we're gonna remove these 2 bolts. There's 2 on each side. We're gonna take them both off, and we're gonna remove the wiper blade arms. Now, these caps, I used a screwdriver, used like a pry bar, and they just come right off. Now, be careful with these. These are plastic, right? With time and temperature, they become pretty brittle. So you really want to be careful with that. So let's go ahead and actually let's remove those first, so we can at least get this party started right here. And I am going to be careful, and I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, this is just held on by 1 nut. Okay, we're going to put that nut right here. Now, the wiper blade arms, you're going to have to work them. Ooh, what's a good way to pry these off? You'll probably use the same pry bar I used before, but you got to be careful that there's a plastic little something down here. I forgot what it's called. And if that breaks, forget it. Party's over, man. The wipers won't work. Let me go ahead and get that other nut. Being since this was an easier reach, Let me see how I take this one off. It'll help me remove the other one as soon as I figure it out. Oh no! Oh, here it is, thank God. Don't lose that. Okay, so now, little plastic thing down there. What is a good way to remove? Oh, that comes off, awesome. Just still be careful with it, it is plastic. How to remove that without it breaking? Somebody under the sun must have made a tool for that. All right, so let's do this. At least get this guy out of the way. And, I'll tell you what. Let me figure out a good prying tool, and I'll get that off.